Today I'm going to show you exactly how to invert an image in Photoshop 2024. If you've ever wanted to give your photo that cool negative effect, or maybe you need the reversed colors for a creative project, by the end of this video you'll know a super quick way to do it, and you'll pick up a shortcut that'll save you even more time for future edits. Let's jump right into it. First up, open Photoshop on your computer. You can double-click the Photoshop icon on your desktop or find it in your Applications folder just like you would with any other program. Once Photoshop is open, you'll want to load up the image you want to invert. Usually you can just go to File, then Open, and choose your photo, but if you've already got your workspace set up, you might even be dragging your image right into the window. Either way works. Photoshop is really flexible here. Now take a look at the top of your Photoshop window. You'll see a bunch of menu options like File, Edit, Image, Layer, and so on. What you want to do here is click on Image. It's right up in that row along the top. Clicking Image opens up a drop-down menu, and this is where the power tools for manipulating your pics really live. No matter what type of image you're editing, these top menus are always your first stop for big changes. In the Image menu, slide your mouse down to Adjustments. This is a submenu that has all sorts of options that help you tweak things like brightness, contrast, hue, but what we're looking for is something called Invert. Go ahead and click Adjustments, and you'll see Invert somewhere in that list. Selecting Invert flips all the colors in your image to their opposites. Blacks turn to white, reds flip to cyan, and so on. It's a really dramatic difference. It's like seeing a photographic negative. And don't worry if your image suddenly looks wild or a little shocking. Photoshop isn't breaking your file, it's just reversing the color values pixel by pixel, and you can always undo it if you need to just by hitting Ctrl+Z. Now here's a little trick that'll save you time. Instead of going through the menus every time, you can just use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+I if you're on Windows, or Command+I on a Mac. Just make sure your image or layer is selected first. Using shortcuts like this can really speed up your workflow, especially if you end up inverting a lot of images, whether you're designing graphics or making some cool digital art for social media. One thing I want to mention, if you only want to invert part of your image, you can use any of the selection tools first, like the lasso or marquee, and then hit the invert command. Only the selected area will be affected. This is super handy if, for example, you want to highlight just the subject or the background with that negative look. And that's really it. You've just inverted your first image in Photoshop 2024. Remember, this technique works on all kinds of images, photos, scanned art, even black and white graphics. And you can always play around with different selections and layers to get exactly the effect you want. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Let me know if you have any questions or if there's another Photoshop trick you want to learn next. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more step-by-step tutorials just like this one. Thanks for watching and happy editing.